Yeah, I'm ready.
Hey, what is up, guys? It is Slick or Slick Mafia back again with another video, of course, joined by the OG Salvage. What's up, man?
What's up, bro? I'm
How's it
so
going?
excited.
It's been a long time, and it's a long time coming, man. It was so weird. Last night I wasn't home. I was drinking too much. But anyway, and then I just saw my Twitter this morning, and everybody's blowing it up. And yeah, it looks like we're getting a new Batman game or something. I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Who
I mean,
knows?
I mean, it's definitely looking like it's gonna be something Batman related, and I mean, what else would it be?
Yeah. Now, it's really interesting because it seems like, the Court of Owls stuff, it seems that it was there. It's still there. But they didn't show the Court of
Yeah.
Owls logo. They show these other logos. So let's flash those up on the screen now. So let's look at the first one. Do you have them that you can look at?
Oh yeah. I already know them by memory, but yeah.
Do you really? Okay, this first one, I can't really tell what this looks like. Which is the one that looks like the League of Shadows? Is that the second
The
one?
League of Shadows is no, the League of Shadows is the one with the skull and like the horns, the one that's really designed like the demon's head. You know, like how
Yes.
that's the one that we've seen in like Arkham City when you go down into Wonder City, where you see like the little things that you pull down for the Riddler thing. Those look
Yeah.
like. I posted a picture on Twitter just now of I'm playing Arkham Knight like as we're recording this, like not like actually playing it, but like I was playing it before recording this,
Yeah.
and one of the actual assassins from the League of Assassins has this mask on. Like it looks literally just like this, but like less designed. And like
Mm-hmm.
it's literally the League of Assassins like logo kind of.
Yeah, you're talking about the second one.
The other ones are a little bit more mysterious. So
Yeah. So I mean, it could be anything. Like there's so many different factions. Like you do have the Court of Owls. Like I'm thinking of all these underground type villain groups. You know what I mean? Like one could even
yeah,
be Suicide Squad. It could be Suicide Squad. You could have League of Shadows. It could be Court of Owls and League of Shadows are definitely confirmed. Like that's obvious that they're both there. And then it's like, well, there's all these other logos too. So what other villainous faction groups could there be? Who knows? They could make up one. That's very possible. Like we saw in Arkham Knight, they made a villain, quote unquote. So I think that they're going to make their own as well, probably.
honestly, they're probably gonna do the Order of Saint Thomas. You know, it's related to
Mm-hmm.
Ad. Yeah, they're probably
Oh
gonna do that.
yeah,
I saw,
I didn't even think
I
about
saw
that,
that.
dude.
Someone said it's the one. Someone says the one that looks like the backwards V and the A that's connected. It's what is it? I think it's the first one. The one with
No,
like
that's the
it's like.
third one. That's the third one.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, it's that one. Then people are saying that that one is kind of like it could be like the Saint Thomas one, but I don't even know what that one looks like. The logo.
Yeah, I've never seen the logo for that.
But like it could be the cross, but I don't think it's a cross. Like the Saint Dumas one had like this mission in Arkham
Yeah.
Knight where you go through like the Azrael's memories and like you see different logos that kind of look like that. I just have to replay it.
Dude, I can't believe this is real. But here's what's important about this is it's not like these logos are just flashing. It's that they were showing the video of the Batman logo and then the logos start flashing. Like they're clearly linking this to Batman, you know what I mean? Like this is confirmation. There's no doubt about it. 1,000% confirmation that this is a Batman game that they're making, you know?
Yeah,
So,
and
oh my
and
God.
honestly, like it's crazy because that this is the first time that WB Montreal has like or WB Games has kind of like acknowledged WB Montreal as a studio. I made that I made
Since
that tweet
2013.
joking. Yeah, I made that joke jokingly last night, but then this morning they kind of clarified that that's true. They haven't acknowledged them since then.
Wait, who clarified that?
Well, them tweeting on the WB Montreal's Twitter for the first time in like 4 years or 5 years,
Yeah.
kind of just confirms my thoughts about WB Games not thinking about them for a long time.
Well, in fairness, WB Games Montreal forgot about themselves too, because you look at their Twitter account and their last tweet, dude, it's so funny. You go to their Twitter, they have this little teaser video, 30-second teaser video, and then their next tweet is the Batgirl DLC in 2015. That's what the tweet.
It's literally 4 years. I mean, that's like insane.
So if there's any doubts that like this is far out, judging by the fact that literally they haven't tweeted for 4 years, they only tweet for important shit like this. And here's the thing
Right.
too: is Friday night they were having a party, and I saw a picture from one of the devs. Like I feel bad because like these devs follow me too, so I hate looking at their tweets and exposing them because I feel like they're gonna block me. Not exposing, but you mean like, like this one dev, she's just like at
I,
this party and there's like these shirts and one of these logos I recognize from the shirts, and I was about to like zoom in and screenshot it, but then it'd be like, oh well, she might get in trouble and then she'll block me because I'm like this fucking creepy detective stalking her Twitter. Anyway, what was I talking about? I
I
don't know.
did that. I
Did you
did that
really?
though.
Did you really? Did you see
Yeah,
one of the logos from the shirt, right?
you know the James tweet where he leaked us for the Reset Era guy who confirmed it, or like he said that it was going to be at State of Play.
Oh, so
Like
tell me about that.
yeah,
I saw something about that. Somebody leaked that it's going to be at State of Play.
yeah, well, he didn't really leak it, but he's the guy that leaked the Damian Wayne Batman game first in September of 2016 before anybody even knew about it. So he
Oh,
was like the first guy that leaked that game, and he leaked the Suicide Squad game, and like he kept on like debunking things that weren't real, like certain announcements that people said were real, but he debunked them and said that they weren't. And then he said like something. There was a Reset Era post. I said, "What do you guys think are going to be at State of Play?" And he says, "There's going to be like a Batman game." That's basically what he said. And then somebody on Twitter asked him the same question about that post, like, "Oh, can you like confirm this?" And he said, "We'll see." Like all like kind of jokingly.
wow.
So yeah, it's everything's kind of like leading to that, to like State of Play, and that's where I'm like Tuesday is going to be like the big day.
Dude, you want to know what's crazy? Is 2 and 3 years ago, you and I, anytime we would see something like this, we would be like, "Oh, it's gonna be there," or we would be the hype men. And then I saw that on Twitter, and I just ignored it because like, dude, it's another event, State of Play. They're not gonna show it at State of Play. Like that's what I thought. And the one time that I am the pessimist, it actually turned out to be true. It's so funny.
Yeah,
Um,
dude, I literally said check your expectations like below in those comments. Like you could see me saying like, don't
really.
really take this guy's word. But the guy James who posted that and shared it with us, he literally predicted that WB Montreal will tease us and then reveal it at State of Play. So he's basically so far he's right about the teasing thing. So we're just gonna have to see about Tuesday.
Dude, that's awesome. And he has a good track record, you said.
And he has a good shot. He's debunked like almost all of those rumors, and he had the Damian Wayne and Suicide Squad thing. So, he's basically really reliable to this community.
Yeah.
He's basically DC news for the longest time, like since EC games have been a thing for like 29 or 2009.
Dude, that's insane.
Yeah,
But it's weird too because just yesterday we saw all those dev tweets. I won't put them on the screen, but there was just like all the W Montreal devs were talking about how there have been some like bumps in the road and they're all like sad and then they're trying to like cheer each other up and like, oh, we got this, blah blah blah. So I read that as like, oh well, something really bad happened. Or so then I
exactly.
wonder, it could be possible that they're all talking about how like there was a big problem getting the trailer ready, maybe. I don't know. Like
Me?
I guess it's possible that the State of Play thing could be pushed back a bit, but either way, like announcement's really imminent.
I mean, like it could be really a number of things because they have the website working right now. They're probably in in transition with a new community manager, which is completely possible. So, there could be a lot of things that are going on over there, and, designing and building and developing a game probably isn't the easiest thing ever. So obviously there are going to be some, they could fucking, they'll figure it out.
Yeah. And
Obviously, whatever's happening hasn't affected this tease, so that's a good thing.
right. Oh, and for those of you that are unaware, WB Games Montreal, like a week ago, I would say, started teasing this new website that they're having. And when you go to their website right now, it literally is nothing. It's just like a location of where their
Like,
office is, and the best is yet to come. Our website's getting a makeover. So I think that their new website is going to launch with this new announcement, which could be any day now.
right.
So,
I really hope so.
dude, it's all coming together. It's been so many years of waiting. When did we start thinking about making videos for a new Batman game? Probably December
Mine was
2015.
mine was 2015 when they confirmed that they were making 2 DC games.
It was actually
So it's
June
been
2015. Remember? It was after Arkham Knight.
Oh yeah, it was after. Yeah, that
It,
was like exactly after Arkham Knight, after the Batgirl DLC.
yeah, exactly. It was a couple weeks after release. They released the Batgirl DLC, and then they were like, "Hey, WB Games Montreal made that, and they're coming out with two new games." So 2015, and we're not going to get this game until 2020. So, dude,
Yeah.
it's so long, and we were just in the dark for so long, and then there was all these leaks and cancellations, and we got our hopes up, and we probably shouldn't have. Blah 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 blah. But anyway, my point in saying all this is, it's been a long time coming, and it's finally here. So it's insane, dude. So
Yeah,
what do
I
you
can't believe it.
yeah, what do you think about the like concept of this game? Obviously, we're assuming that it is like there's all these different villainous factions and subgroups. Like obviously nothing's official there, but it certainly seems that like with the Court of Owls stuff, that all makes sense. And then you get into it and they showed these other three logos that are not the Court of Owls. You can tell that they're not. So then there's these other like secret Gotham underground groups, like what do you just think about the idea for this game? In a way, it's kind of similar to Arkham Origins, where all these villains are competing against one another to kill Batman to get all the money. Like I think that it's going to be the enemy of my enemy is my friend type situation, where it's like these villainous groups are not going to be teaming up against Batman like they did in Night. It's actually going to be like them all fighting one another and Batman.
I think that it brings a really good, it gives the developers a lot to work with because now they have different factions to like kind of build certain types of combat with. Maybe they can have different combat sections with each, of course, faction. But like if let's say they have like the Court of Owls for one faction, the League of Assassins for another, and then you have, of course, the Order of Saint Dumas. If Batman's, gonna probably, I think that's a good concept if they're all gonna be trying to go after and control Gotham, because I mean that'd just be really cool. Is having all of them fight against each other is like just a free for all for Gotham, and in a way it kind of is similar to Arkham Origins, but it's really different because in that game it wasn't focused on the city, and that's where this one would be like really interesting. Is that you would have to really focus on the city if different factions are going to be going around the city and trying to take their points and take over Gotham. And there can
Mm-hmm.
be like a bunch. It could be like more like what's it called? No Man's Land, basically, where different factions take different parts of the city and hunker down, and it would be really nice to see that. But if Batman were to have like that enemy of my enemy is my friend thing, it would probably be with the League of Assassins, who seem like they're probably going to be like the main characters here, and Talia al Ghul can be introduced. They could do something with Damian Wayne that they were working with, in their game that they canceled. Who knows?
Yeah,
I, I,
dude.
I like that concept of multiple factions fighting against each other just to control Gotham.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot different than anything we've seen, I think. And also like, you know, I won't say that I'm sick of Batman villains because Batman has the best rogues gallery in comics, and the Riddler, Penguin, Two-Face, like all these guys are great, and I hope that they're in the game. So don't get me wrong, but like we have seen it play out a lot. Like I don't know, like think about Penguin and Two-Face. Like every Arkham game, their plot is like exactly the same, and what they do is kind of the same. Like I don't know. It's just it's become a bit repetitive. So I really like that they're clearly putting an emphasis on the Court of Owls. Clearly, that's going to be like the main villainous faction, I'm pretty sure, and just because we've seen so many teases and promos for it, and then also we have all these other groups. Like I think that the focus, the villains that are going to be the focal point of this game, are going to be way different, and then it's also going to have like a gritty underground type of feel to it. I think because like look at somebody like the Joker. He wants all the attention, right? Like he wants to be the star of the show. He wants everyone in Gotham to be watching him, but the Court of Owls is obviously the exact opposite. They want nobody to know about them at all. So I think it's going to be like a totally different feel. Like I imagine there's going to be a lot of like think about in Arkham City where you go underground, right, to find Raish and stuff. I think that there's going to be a lot of things like that, like hidden underground parts of Gotham and stuff like that. Like I think there's a lot of potential there. It's going to be really cool.
Yeah, also one of the big things about like the Court of Owls is having like the 13th story of each building kind of be a base for the Talons. That would be kind of nice to explore too. Just
Oh
like
yeah.
that would be dope. Just having Batman like investigate it, kind of be like a slow mission, like kind of like a tension building mission where he goes from like building to building and he like sees all these different like eras of like the Talons and just see how
Yes.
much control.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
just want to see like overall like all of the different factions and see how much control they have and like the underlying like corruption of Gotham, like with the police, with the government. There could be a lot like playing with the different factions and how they actually can control and manipulate like Bruce Wayne maybe like maybe get inside of his type of business and manipulate his employees to do certain things.
Yeah, and then they
And we
could
could have a
go.
same day and night cycle too.
Dude, that would be amazing. And then yeah, like the day and night cycle could play well. And then also they could do like they could still have these mainstay Batman villains, Two-Face, Penguin, like those types of characters. And like take Penguin for instance, it could be like Penguin, you realize like the game starts and like you're chasing Penguin just like you have in every other game, but then you realize that he's actually being controlled by like these underground forces in Gotham that are actually way more powerful, and you think that Penguin is like this top drug lord in Gotham, but it's actually like he is nothing in comparison to like the Court of Owls, which literally runs the Gotham government. They literally run the entire government of like the entire country. Like all that type, like this old money in Gotham, and you also have the Order of Saint Dumas. They have, I think that they have like hypnosis type stuff. I'm pretty sure, like all type. I mean, craziness. It's just gonna be so unique. Like it's gonna be way, way different than anything we've ever seen. Obviously, we're just speculating off of 3 pictures, and we don't know what the plot of the game is gonna be. But like, it certainly seems that they're clearly going in a different direction. Like they're not flashing up Two Faces like coin logo. Like this is gonna be way, way different. I think the focus of the villains is gonna be way different. I think that they're definitely gonna be shifting away from using those other villains as much. I would honestly love. I mean, this is for another video. I know you have to go to work, so we'll wrap it up here soon. But like, it actually would be cool to see the Joker. I know people don't want to, but like that contrast of the Court of Owls and Saint Dumas and all those guys to the Joker, I think would be really, really interesting. And then also like to have them try to control the Joker, like it would just be so funny to see like Talon and the Court of Owls try to like manipulate the Joker and control him. That would just be so cool to see that interaction.
Honestly, yeah, like the Gotham villains interacting with these different secret societies would just be fucking hilarious. I
Yeah.
would love to see like how maybe each of them works with them. Like I don't know how that would necessarily work. If there's going to be like so far we see that there's going to be five, but at least from what the images show. If we take the images from the just from the base of it, it's basically five secret organizations so far. So if each of them plays a different role with all these villains, it would be nice to see a different change of pace for them instead of Penguin being I don't know. He usually is like a gun seller or something in Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
Two Face is robbing banks for some reason. I don't know why
Yeah.
he needed money at all. Nobody needs money in this game. The city is whatever. Like it makes no sense. The characters like have nothing to do except just play their most generic form, and this gives
Stereotypical
them
bad
something.
guy
To
shit.
actually, yeah, exactly. This gives them something to actually do, and maybe they're guaranteed some part of Gotham or some type of power because of their cooperation with these secret societies.
Yeah, definitely, and they're all competing to control the above ground forces, like those above ground villains we were talking about, and then also the government is obviously huge. Like that's the Court of Owls runs Gotham, and but it's interesting too because then they can go the Telltale direction of like, okay, the Court of Owls, they've run Gotham for hundreds of years, and you never knew it, and they're an underground secret society with all this wealth and money, and they literally run the show. But then you get into it, and then it's like, well, Bruce Wayne is also a pretty rich guy, and his family also kind of runs Gotham. And then you could go the Telltale Batman direction of like, well, were the Waynes involved in some shady shit? And like, probably. I mean, there's no way they got that much money without some shadiness. At least like his grandfather or something. Not necessarily Thomas Wayne, but anyway, it's so interesting. It's going to be great. And I mean, with the Joker thing, I know that's going to be controversial. People are sick of the Joker. As long as it's not a secret reveal where like Talon takes off the mask and we see the Joker is this amazing swordsman, and I wouldn't put it past W.
Would we be surprised though? Would we be
No,
surprised though?
absolutely not. We'd be like, I fucking knew it.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's that, and dude, it's gonna be awesome. And like I said, I would love for the Joker to be in the game as long as he's not the main villain. They could totally do it in a way that's cool and enriches the story. He is the best villain ever created in entertainment history. So this notion that we should just never use him because he's been used in other, like, I don't agree with that at all. I think that it would
They need
be
to bring in, they need to bring in Robin and fucking Batgirl too.
that's the most important thing.
They set up Barbara. They set up Barbara in Arkham Origins. So like, just have her come in.
Absolutely. All right, dude. I know you have to go to work. I'm gonna play the beta, Modern Warfare beta.
Okay.
But great chatting with you, man.